Loving, emotionally available partners can give fearful avoidants the ick. That's right, they can get the ick from a good, loving, available partner. They can find this person to be boring. Something's just missing, the spark isn't there. But a narcissistic person, a toxic person, emotionally unavailable person, that person feels exciting, can make them feel like they have the spark or even butterflies. But in reality, the fearful avoidant will often confuse a spark, butterflies, for what is actually their nervous system giving them anxiety. And that anxiety is their subconscious mind warning them that this person isn't safe. But due to their childhood traumas and attachment wounds, they can mistake this warning for the spark, for excitement, for butterflies, and think that there's a chemistry and a connection because they're so used to that anxiety that it feels familiar and exciting to them. Go back to their childhood. This is a person that experienced consistent childhood emotional neglect, just like a dismissive avoidant did. They were not given the love and the nurturing in the way that they needed. But in addition to that neglect, they often experienced chaos, volatility, sometimes even abuse or outright trauma. And the end result is a person that grows up to have fearful avoidant attachment, which means they have both an anxious attachment as well as a dismissive avoidant attachment. They have both insecure attachment styles. It's called disorganized attachment. And how they show up, how they get triggered, can depend on the person and the situation. Now, that anxious part of them, that feels like they have to earn the love from the emotionally unavailable partner, to prove to this person that they are worthy, that they are lovable, that they are good enough. So when they meet a person that's emotionally unavailable, such as a dismissive avoidant, a narcissist, perhaps a borderline, somebody who is unhealthy and unavailable, that person will feel exciting to the fearful avoidant. There will be the spark, the chemistry. Reality, it's just their nervous system. But when they meet a partner that is emotionally available, consistent, kind, loving, and affectionate, that person can seem boring because that anxiety isn't there. But the fearful avoidant will often confuse it with thinking that there's no spark, there's no chemistry, this person's just boring, when in reality, the lack of anxiety is their nervous system telling them that they recognize that this person is safe. But in their dismissive avoidant side, they will push this person away because it's giving them the ick. This person feels smothering, overwhelming, and just makes them feel uncomfortable and unsafe. When they do get into a relationship with a partner that is healthier and emotionally available, they tend to become quite hypervigilant with this partner. And that's due to a core wound of distrust. Their parents or their caretakers betrayed their trust as children. So they have this subconscious belief that anybody you get close to is going to betray your trust. You're going to be hurt. When's the next shoe going to drop? So they start looking for inconsistencies and often finding some where none exist as proof, evidence that their subconscious mind is right and that betrayal is imminent. And they can push this person away, even though this partner is actually loving and consistent. Push this person away due to their attachment wounds and self-sabotage a good relationship and deactivate, shut down just as a dismissive avoidant would. But when they get into a relationship with somebody who is unhealthy, toxic, narcissistic, that anxious attachment stays activated and they're constantly trying to earn the love from that emotionally unavailable, healthy partner. And that can create a pattern for a fearful avoidant, where they have longer-term committed relationships with toxic partners such as a narcissist or emotionally unavailable partners like a dismissive avoidant, but shorter-term relationships with partners that are emotionally available. Now, they can commit to the emotionally available partner, but they tend to self-sabotage it, and the relationships with the unavailable partners tend to go on longer. Narcissists are also emotionally unavailable. They have their walls up, they have a core wound of shame, and their narcissistic persona is not true emotional availability. This is a person that doesn't really have the ability or willingness to empathize with another person and make a deep emotional connection. So that lack of emotional availability will trigger childhood attachment wounds. Just like how they didn't get the love and the nurturing from their emotionally unavailable parent or parents, they try to earn the love from the emotionally unavailable partner with the subconscious feeling idea that if they can earn that love, they resolve their childhood wound. They resolve their childhood dilemma where they couldn't get the love from the unavailable person. So this cycle can go on and on until the fearful avoidant actually does the work to heal those attachment wounds, and become more secure. They absolutely can do it. And that process should include therapy with a licensed psychotherapist. They're capable of healing it, but it's up to them. You can't force this person to change. You can't force this person to self-reflect, and you can't force them to do the work. Now, what they do is they create their own cycle of loneliness and unhealthy relationships, becoming hypervigilant in the healthy ones, looking for that betrayal, and then jumping into relationships that are unhealthy where they actually do get betrayed, which confirms their preconceived notion that betrayal is imminent. And it ends up being this insecurity that just self-perpetuates, but they can change it.